The next thing we'll do as we start setting up our MEP model is go into the visibility graphics, click on Revit links, and when design options exist, the design options tab shows up. So again, we want to check and make sure whether or not the architects are using design options for any kind of bid alternates that will affect us. We also want to look at levels. Here's an example of multiple levels for level 1 at the same elevation. This can be really problematic if a project has multiple levels at the same elevation. You can't just delete a level, as elements will also get deleted. We can create a schedule in our model that will look at all the levels both in our project, the architectural model, and the structural model. We just need to check that box right there, include elements in links. We can sort them by elevation and then click OK. So on the far right we can see which model the level is coming from. The ones that are blank are our model. We'll also want to verify things vertically. So we first we positioned the link so the link's level 1 matches our level 1, but now we want to move our level 2 to match the link's level 2, and then we'll also add any other levels that might be missing. Typically a firm template is set up for multiple levels, so for example a 10-story building, and you just delete levels 3 through 10, or repurpose level 3 to be the roof level. But we're using an out-of-the-box Revit template, so we don't have that. So we'll go through the steps of manually creating a roof level. The views that get created when you create a level are based on this little dialog here while you're in the level command. So we'll go ahead and hide the structural model. Typically the levels would be driven by the architects. So a good workflow would be to use the monitor tool. So not copy monitor, but just monitor, seeing as you already have a level in your model. You don't want another level to be created. So you use the copy monitor tool, and then within it you select the monitor option and then just pick in the same spot twice. The first pick picks the level in your model, the second pick picks the level in the architect's model. And now this is going to create a connection between your model and the architect's model. We'll look at how that works in a minute. We'll want to go in and make the architect's levels hidden now that we have our levels aligned with theirs. We'll do the same thing in the structural model. We'll go ahead and save the project. And now we're going to close the project. We'll open the architectural model. This is just a test. You wouldn't want to do this on a real project. Shouldn't typically be making any changes in the architectural model, whether they're in-house or the files being given to you once a week or you're working in the BIM 360 cloud. Typically MEP wouldn't change anything in the architectural model. But in our case we want to see how this copy monitor functionality works. So if at some point the architects working with the structural engineers and MEP decide there's not enough room for the ducts above the ceilings and below the structure, perhaps the roof level needs to move up. So we've just moved this up, and we're going to save the project and close it. Now we'll go back into our MEP model and we'll see a very important warning during load. And it says instance of link needs coordination review. So this is just a warning at this point that you need to make some coordination efforts between the architectural model and your MEP model. So now that we've hit OK to that and the model's opened, we'll want to do this coordination review effort. We'll use this option here on the Collaborate tab. Select Link under Coordination Review. And in this case I picked the structural link by accident, so I'm going to do it again. And here's the Coordination Review dialog. So from this we can see that a level moved by 1 foot in the architectural model, and we have these 4 options. We're going to want to move our level to match the architect's level. And now our 2 projects are coordinated again. If you didn't use Copy Monitor or Monitor, you might not catch a change like that, and the projects could not potentially go out for bid, not coordinated properly, and then cause some big problems with change orders and construction time delays. Whenever you have a situation where you can't find a level, these are the steps you can take. Cut a section, turn off far clipping, and if you still don't see it, flip the section to look the other way. Turn off cropping in the view as well, in that section view, and then you're almost always likely to find a level. So a level has a width and depth to it, so if it's not in the cut plane or the view range, it won't show up. So that's it for this video.